Rev up your engines! Today I'm going to show you a very common problem on your car's suspension that you can fix yourself. As cars age, the suspension parts just wear out from friction. This is a sway bar link. As they get old, bushings inside wear out, then they make clanging noises, and then your suspension doesn't handle as well. Now, sway bars do exactly what they say they do. They keep the car from swaying back and forth, especially when you're cornering. Now, when I was a young mechanic in the 1960s, many American cars didn't have sway bars on them. I learned how to drive on a 1960 Chevrolet Biscayne, and it looked like a boat, and it handled like a boat. It didn't have sway bars. When you cornered, the whole car went, and you more or less kind of pointed it in the direction you wanted to go, like sailing a ship, rather than having precise steering. But modern cars like this Lexus, hey, they got sway bars and they handle like a dream. They ride smooth, but they also corner quite well because of these sway bars. But this Lexus is now 17 years old. These sway bar links have worn out. When you hit bumps, especially hard ones, you hear a metallic clacking sound. And that's these joints clacking around because the metal's hitting metal instead of being cushioned. So we jack the front end up in the air, and in this case we want to jack it up in the air so both front wheels are off the ground. It's important that they're both not touching the ground. Now, the reason you want the wheels up in the air on both sides is this. Because here's the sway bar end, and you see it goes on the very end of the sway bar, then the sway bar goes under here to the other side of the car where it connects to the other end. So if you don't have both wheels up off the ground and the weight of the car is on one of the wheels, that will push that sway bar really hard, and it'll be a really difficult job for you to take it apart. With both wheels hanging up in the air and not touching the ground, the pressure is released off the sway bar, and you can easily take it apart and replace the ends. I can tell these sway bar links are bad because when I pull them, they just wobble back and forth, and they're supposed to be stable. Well, they are 17 years old. You might think, oh, easy job, just put a 17mm wrench on and take the bolt off. But there's a trick, because if you look closely, you'll see there's a little hex head inside. And it has to have that hex head for one main reason. These will spin, so if you just try to take this off, the whole thing will spin and won't come off. So you got to put a little Allen key inside first. In this case, it's a 9mm, and it fits right inside. Nice and snug. Then you put a ratchet on that, and that holds in place, and you put a 17mm wrench on the bolt, then it just unscrews. It takes a while because it's a long thread. Finish it off with your fingers, out it comes. And of course do the same thing on the bottom bolt to get the bottom one off. And out it comes. There's the old worn out one. Then you just place it in the same way, pointed in that direction, and pointed in this direction. Then put on a wrench, and put the Allen socket back in the hole, and stick your ratchet on top of that, and start tightening it up. Now you want the super tight, as tight as you can get it. You can't really get a torque wrench on there because you got to hold the thing in with the Allen set and then tighten it. So you just get it as tight as you possibly can. It'll stay on there pretty good. And here's my big trick. Get a big hammer, and then you can make sure it's tight by hitting it real tight. That'll get it super tight. And of course, don't forget to do the bottom one too. There's two ends to this thing. And of course, don't forget to do the other side, the passenger side, because these things work in pairs. And if one side is worn, the other side's going to be pretty worn too. So the next time your car starts to clunk when you hit bumps, you'll know how to fix it yourself pretty quickly. Because you can see, the old one makes a lot of noise. The new one's stiff as can be and doesn't make any noise. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.